Hi guys, it's Marc Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, and I'm here today to talk about The Purge Anarchy. As many of you know, I'm a science fiction writer, written hundreds of hours of network TV, Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5, Twilight Zone Companion, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, and I love science fiction, novels, books, movies, you name it. Subscribe to my channel, comment, tweet, post. We're going to be doing a lot of these videos. So I just saw The Purge Anarchy, and it's funny because I didn't see The Purge, the first one, initially when it came out, because it just seemed like I thought it would just be a horror film. But I actually saw it, and I liked it very much. And I've seen the sequel now, which I like too, because although it's about an evening where all crimes are legal, there is a moral sensibility to it. There is a hero, and he takes heroic actions, and he has a moral choice to make. And I think from Twilight Zone to Star Trek, Outer Limits, all the shows that I loved growing up, and what I write, a moral choice is very important. The Purge Anarchy has a very likable cast. It's got very good action sequences. My vegetarian wife, Elaine, said, it kicks ass. So I think that's a pretty good testimonial. Also, it has a pretty interesting science fiction pedigree because when I was a kid, there was a Star Trek episode called Return of the Archons, and it took place on a planet where everyone was very emotionally locked down 364 days of the year, and then one day of the year there's something called Carnival, where any behavior is legal, is allowable, murder, rape, you name it, and people stay indoors during that time and just quake in fear because of what's going on outside. So I think it's very likely that the writer director of The Purge is very aware of that Star Trek episode. And it's also fun. Being a science fiction and fantasy writer, it's a lot of fun to sort of tear society down or do the end of the world stuff. Elaine and I wrote a 2-hour pilot called Magic Time, in which all the machines in the world stop running and magic comes back. This is way before Revolution. It's been optioned many times, and I sold it as a trilogy of novels that I wrote with Barbara Hambly and Maya Bonhoff and Robert Charles Wilson. HarperCollins is reissuing those books in September, but it was so fun just to say, okay, if all the machines stopped, if society kind of came to a stop, what would that be like, and who would be on embrace the good and who would embrace the evil, and basically all the masks would be off, and people would become their true selves. And so I'm always very drawn to those kind of stories, and I'm sure The Purge Anarchy will do very, very well, and I think it deserves to. I think it's a well-made film, and there's a lot of great films coming down the pike over the next few weeks. We'll be talking about them. Just be sure to comment. I mean, tell me what your favorite dystopic film or TV show or book is. What moments do you love about things grinding to a halt, and or even your favorite action films. We all have our favorites. Certainly, Mad Max is one of my favorites, and again, I think The Purge Anarchy has a lot to owe to that film as well. That great film with a new Mad Max movie coming out. So comment, subscribe. We'll be talking to you again soon. It's Marc Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, and thanks very much for spending this time with me. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye.